Hey there, Cancer, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of June, and we're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Also, Cancer, if this reading resonates and you'd like to book a personal, check out the description box below. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, your girl loves coffee. Lastly, Cancer, if you want even more free readings, make sure to subscribe to my email list. I send out free extended readings every single Monday, only to my email list subscribers. You cannot get these readings anywhere else. Okay, Cancer, main energy for your reading is the Hangman. Bottom of the deck, you get the Magician. You're manifesting movement in a specific direction, but it's not moving yet. Because the energies are showing me you're crystal clear on which direction you want to go in. Here in the 3D world, though, there's no movement. And the reason is you're not realizing something. The universe is kind of keeping things stuck and freezing everything in order for you to come to this understanding or realization. And I don't feel like you have come to that understanding quite yet. Perhaps in the near future, we'll get there. In the recent past, you get the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. You're very independent. You're very good being on your own, taking care of yourself, meeting your own needs. Like, you really don't need anybody else. But I do see another energy showing up here for you, and this energy makes you very, very happy. The biggest thing that brings you a lot of fulfillment and a lot of happiness from whoever this other energy is the communication. We're going to see exactly what aspect of the communication is. It could be vulnerability, it could be what the person's saying, but at least in the recent past, the communication is really what lights you up and makes you super, super, super happy. In the current situation, you get the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. You're moving towards a new beginning in love. Now, this could be with somebody that you have history with. This could be with somebody new. Either way, you're moving really, really, really slowly. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in the entire tarot deck, and it's tied up to having this new beginning in love. Now, I don't know if you're the one that's taking things slow or the other person. We're going to clarify and see, because you're a water sign. Slow is not really in your vocabulary. But either way, the reason things are moving so slowly is because there's also a lot of healing happening here in the current situation, which is beautiful. So I'm loving the current energy situations. In the near future, you get the King of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Somebody's energy is a little bit difficult to deal with here, and I can see it stressing you out. So I do feel like it's more so your person's energy that's very difficult to deal with, and more so very much like my way or the highway. So this person's kind of like, you know, this whole relationship, this whole connection is going to go how I want it to go, with the amount of communication, with the amount of meeting each other, with whatever, right? That stresses you out. That doesn't really sit well with you here, and we're going to see exactly why. So let's take a look at the Hanged Man, which is the main energy for your reading this month. Oh, okay. I usually only take 3. 4 flew out, so I'll take 4. Hanged Man is clarified by the 5 of Wands, 4 of Cups, the Strength, and the 10 of Pentacles. You're a little bit conflicted here, because on the one hand, you're showing me the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is a passionate new beginning. This is exciting. There's love. There's romance. I have feelings. They have feelings. You're also looking at this person and this connection as like long term. You can see this person being in your life for a very long time. You can see this connection being one of those stable, successful connections that can really, really go the distance. But there's also a lot of hardships and difficulties and a lot of conflict here. There's a lot of you and this other person not seeing eye to eye, not agreeing on something. And that's essentially, because remember, you get the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck, that's essentially what's keeping the energy stuck for you. It's not that, again, it's not that you want them to be stuck. You are showing me, like, I'm very unhappy with the fact that they're stuck. I'm very unhappy with the fact that we have conflict, that we don't see eye to eye, that we have these disagreements, that we have these hardships. It doesn't sit well with you, which is why it's letting me feel like you're not the one that's creating these difficulties. It's the energy that you're dealing with from the other person. But that's essentially why the energies seem to be stuck when it comes to this connection. There's a lot of, you know, butting heads. Let's take a look at the recent past. Start off with the 8 of Wands in the recent past. 8 of Wands is clarified by the Death Rebirth, the 7 of Wands, and the Hierophant. So somebody came in here in the recent past and was like, hey, I know that at some point things ended, things were over. I want to rebirth. I want to reconcile. In most tarot decks, the death card is just the death. In this specific deck, it's the death rebirth, which is letting me know that somebody came in, and again, I do feel like it's your person. It could be you, so take it as it resonates. Came in and was like, hey, I want to reconcile. I want to bring this back together. I see you as like long-term relationship material. You're the person for me. Like, your marriage material. This is the type of commitment that I'm looking for, all of that. And they communicated this to you. And on the one hand, you're showing me Four of Swords. This was very healing. This was very beautiful. And you get the Four of Swords again in the current situation. This made me feel really, really good. On the other hand, you're also showing up with the Seven of Wands. Kind of like, I can only trust you as far as I can throw you. And at least in the recent past, you definitely do not trust this person. You're kind of like, okay, I hear you. I like this, but easy, like take it easy. You're still very, very guarded with this person. And you're not 100% like, okay, you want this back? Let's have this back, right? You're very, very cautious in dealing with them. Let's take a look at the Ten of Cups in the recent past. Ten of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. You get the Nine of Swords again in the near future. So it does make you happy. It's not like you hearing from this person or them coming in and being like, hey, I want to reconcile. And again, you get the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You get it again in the near future. It's not like hearing from them and them telling you that they want to reconcile is like, oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with this. It's not. It does genuinely make you happy. But it also really, really, really overwhelms you. It throws you for an emotional roller coaster because you're showing me, on the one hand, it makes me happy. On the other hand, it stresses me the heck out. Like there is anxiety, there's overthinking, there's freak out moments happening for you. And I'm like, why? And you're showing me because the second that they say they want us to reconcile, my mind starts going into overdrive. I start thinking and thinking and thinking and overanalyzing. And it seems, again, this person did something in the past to betray your trust and you don't trust them. And so that's what's really psyching you out. Because on the one hand, you're like, I do want them back. It does make me happy to think about the possibility of reconciling. On the other hand, you're like, this went so badly last time. This ended so badly. It didn't work out, right? Is this time going to be different? And so there's like equal parts happiness and equal parts stress, I guess. And the main reason that things, I guess the sticking point, this is you, Cancer. The main sticking point is that somebody, and I do feel like it's your person, has an immense need for control. And when I say control, I mean that things need to happen how they want them to happen. So if they want to talk to you 20 times a day, awesome. If they don't want to talk to you for 2 weeks, you got to be okay with that too, right? Like it's very much like the relationship has to be conducted how they want it to be conducted. And that is not an easy energy to deal with. Like you're basically kind of at this person's, not mercy, but like they dictate the pace and the direction of this relationship. And that's not really easy. Let's take a look at the Nine of Pentacles in the recent past. Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Temperance, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Star. Bottom of the deck, you get the Queen of Cups. You do love this person. You do love them and they love you. You know that. So the love, the emotions, that's not the issue here. And I can see you really wanting this. I can see you wanting to essentially not be single anymore. Like you don't want to be single. You want to move in a better direction with this person. And you're showing me I've been single for quite a while. Like I'm good on my own. I know I can take care of myself, but like I don't want to. I want the love. I want the emotion, right? And you're kind of sitting here in the recent past trying to, I guess, evaluate and assess like, is this worth it? Is the juice worth the squeeze? Is this person changed? Is this person going to be different this time around? Like, are they going to be more affectionate? Are they going to be the kind of partner that I am actually looking for? I can see your desire, and it's very pure and it's very beautiful, Cancer. But you keep showing me the King of Pentacles as this person. The King of Pentacles is not an easy energy to deal with. Not at all. Let's take a look at the Ace of Cups in the current situation. Ace of Cups is clarified by the Judgment, the Six of Swords, and the Fool. You're showing me new beginning in love. There's Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of like equal give and take between you and this person. You're exchanging energies. There's a good flow. You text, you communicate, they communicate. You feel like whatever you're giving, you're receiving back. And you're showing me like, I've decided I do want a new beginning in love. I do want to move away from like the difficult energies that we've experienced. I want us to move in a much more positive direction. And you do seem very hopeful. Like, look at all these cards. They're all turquoise green. It's all about like new beginning. It's exciting. It's exhilarating. You literally are showing me like this beginning is going to be different. It's going to be different. This is completely, completely different. We're starting from scratch. We're starting fresh, like new beginning all around. You do seem very hopeful. And again, turquoise, you do seem very, very positive about this as well, because here in the 3D world, this person is reciprocating your energy. What you give, you receive back, and vice versa. So that feels very good. That feels very, very positive. Let's take a look at the Knight of Pentacles in the current situation. Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Lovers, and the Three of Swords. You're the one that's taking things slowly. King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You want to make sure that you're kind of like looking at the situation logically, practically, rationally, that you're not letting your emotions and your hopeful, positive attitude get the better of you. You're showing me like I'm taking things slowly. This is really fun. This is exciting. This is playful. You know, the energies are good. Do you feel more than just fun, playful, you know, casual energies? Of course you do. You look at this person as the Lovers. Like, you look at them as like this all-encompassing like soul connection, right? But you're showing me I have to take things slowly. Otherwise, I can literally get swept up in this, and then it just ends in heartbreak. It just ends in emotional pain for me. And you don't want to do that. So you're the one that's pumping the brakes, and you're like, look, this is fun. Let's take it slow. Like, keep proving yourself to me that, you know, this is not just like a flash in the pan, and you are consistent with these energies. I want to make sure that everything adds up. All the T's are crossed. All the I's are dotted. Everything is good so that I don't end up with my heart broken. Let's look at the Four of Swords in the current situation. Four of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Tower, and the Queen of Swords. You get the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It is difficult for you, right, to essentially heal this whole situation with this person. Now, the main reason it's so difficult for you is because you keep expecting or like anticipating things crumbling, things poof, going in a bad direction. This to me is letting me know that whatever happened between you and this person in the past, it was very surprising. So it's not like you and this person, like the breakup or the ending or whatever happened was like a slow progression and you're like, okay, I can see this coming. It was like everything was great until boom, all of a sudden it wasn't, right? And that's the difficult part for you, because you're showing me like I'm trying to heal. I'm really trying to, you know, go through the motions, heal, be logical about this, really make sure that I'm trying to trust this person. But because the last time things ended, it was so abrupt and it was so difficult and painful and came out of nowhere, you're kind of showing me I'm a little bit in that energy where I'm like constantly scanning, constantly like looking at the horizon to be like, okay, well, when's the shoe going to drop? When's the other shoe going to drop, right? That takes you out of the emotional energy, the love, the feelings, and it kind of puts you in a little bit of like a closed off energy, because you are constantly trying to guard yourself and like scan the horizon for like, okay, where's the other shoe? When's it coming? Let's take a look at the near future. I want to see what the King of Pentacles is all about. King of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Cups, which you got in the recent past, and the Five of Swords, which you get again in the current situation. Bottom of the deck, you get the Eight of Cups. So I don't know, again, I don't know if this is your energy or your person's energy. I have no idea. You're going to have to know. But somebody's essentially showing me I'm putting this like emotional barrier between myself and my happiness. This person makes me happy. They really do fill up my emotional cup. They make me happy. But I also don't fully trust them because, again, they have to show me that they've changed. I do feel like this is you kind of talking about your person. And so I'm maintaining this like emotional buffer, this protective emotional buffer, so that I don't end up getting screwed, right? So essentially what you're doing, it's like, this is your person and they make you happy and you really do care about them. But in order for you to guard yourself and protect yourself, you're kind of putting this like emotional barrier, this emotional wall between you and them. This is a form of, I would say, it's not complete self-sabotage, but it's essentially you trying to protect yourself. But it's also, there's this element of like, you lying to yourself by thinking, oh, if I maintain this like little emotional buffer, then if things do go south, it's not going to hurt as bad, which is BS, right? Like you're already emotionally invested in this. You do already emotionally care. You keep showing me how happy they make you. So maintaining this like emotional buffer, it's not really going to do much in terms of like protecting you from this potential heartbreak, but it does make you think that you're more protected, more guarded, and it's not going to hurt as bad if things were to go south. Let's take a look at the Five of Swords in the near future. Five of Swords is clarified by the Two of Cups, Four of Swords, Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're healing, and there is love here, and you're showing me like this is moving in the direction of a relationship. If you guys are not already in a relationship, there is love. It's very, very healing, right? And I can see that. And any action that you're taking within this connection, whether it's hanging out with them, talking, texting, whatever, it keeps deepening these emotions, this healing energy, this love, and you're showing me like I'm doing all of that. But at the same time, remember, you're still trying to like convince yourself or tell yourself like, no, this is just fun. It's just casual at this point. I'm not emotionally invested yet. My feelings are not totally in. You know, I can still like pull out at any point if I wanted to. It wouldn't affect me as much, right? We all do this, by the way, Cancer. We all do this where it's like, no, this is just fun. This is just cool. No, your emotions are invested. Nine of Swords in the near future is clarified by the Justice, the Seven of Swords, and the Hanged Man, which is also the main energy for your reading. So things are going really well in the near future. You're showing me like everything is balanced, everything is leveled. Like the Justice when it comes to emotions, relationships is a very positive card. You're showing me everything feels balanced, everything feels good, and I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. It's not even I don't trust this person. It's like I don't trust the fact that things are going so well. The fact that things are going so well is stressing you out in the near future and causing you to kind of like pump the brakes. Again, I can understand why you don't trust this person. I can see that you and this person have some history, which is not the most positive history to have. But I would take note in the near future of like maybe you may be reading into things a little too much and dragging the past into the present. Just something to keep in mind. So let's see what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Cancer. From the universe, you get the Page of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Chariot. This is commitment. This is higher levels of commitment. This is one of those deep soul connections. And you manifested it. You manifested this. Now that you have it, though, you're questioning it. You're doubting it. Trying to constantly poke holes in it at every turn. I could definitely see that in the near future, more so than just the current situation. But just something to keep in mind, Cancer, you know. Waiting for the other shoe to drop doesn't necessarily mean it's going to drop. But Cancer, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you here on the next one.